Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel. Playing an EIKWM France deck G4, G5-4 with Joe, Lumin, and Thatcher. So it'll be a tough game. Some strong players. Looking at this first pack, I see Chief's Grandson and Journeyman, so a little bit of a combination there. I like Zipper Maker more than most. Veggie Lover is a point ceiling card, but Scrounger is a 4-wood action, and 4-wood actions are usually quite good, or 4-wood occupations. So we have Gardener. Gardener would go quite well with the Veggie Maker. I think though Coal Investor. Coal Investor is an excellent card. I haven't seen Master Cook in a while. Okay, so this is what Joe was talking about. Constable, Champion Breeder, Dove Hunter, Remodeler. Holy, how are we going to get Constable and Harvester? That's going to be tough. Dove Hunter is nice as well. Remodeler saves you 3 wood and 2 reed on a stable, which is 2 actions. Constable gives you 4 wood, which is like 1 and a bit actions. Same with Harvester. I think what I do is take Remodeler and let my opponents play the bonus point cards, and then I benefit from them. And then this pick, Overachiever. I think Overachiever is quite nice. Quite nice. Animal Tamer Dove Hunter is kind of interesting, but you can take it or leave it, kind of. There's a lot of storms in my area right now, and I think it's impacting our internet because we've had a couple days of very inconsistent connections, so unfortunately not able to stream this one. So just recording it locally, and I'll upload it later. I like Bargain Hunter here because if I get any miners that help me play occupations, that will be good. Yeah, I don't think I'm likely to play Baker. The only time I would play Baker is if I get the Read the Grain card. That would be the only time. But like, I think that's the only minor improvement that would lead me to play Baker. I think it's a fine card, just I don't have the support for it. So I'm hoping to see cards like Apprenticeship. I'm hoping to see, well, Evening Prayer doesn't work with Bargain Hunter, but Evening Prayer might be an okay pick just with Harvester out there. Braidmaker seems okay, especially with Bargain Hunter, which lets me play miners. Alright, so Harvester and the other card are both gone. Harvester and Constable. I've got Dove Hunter. Alright. Oh, wow. Oh, this is quite a difficult decision. Ground Pickaxe Plow, fantastic considering I know Harvester is out there. And especially because Greenhouse is pretty likely to come back, I would say. I mean, Quarry, how do you say no to Quarry, especially with a card like Overachiever? I think, though, Remodeler is just going to be too perfect. Like, Sawhorse Remodeler is just going to be too perfect for me. Yeah, it's hard for me to pass the other cards, but I think I will. I don't know if I will play Bargain Hunter, but Bargain Hunter Sawhorse is a reasonable, like, it's worth figuring out something there. Because one of the problems with Sawhorse is you need to get on Start Player before you have that first build room action. So I've got today's trade deadline for the NHL. So I've got the NHL on my second monitor. So Canoe is actually pretty cool with Bargain Hunter, because one of the issues Canoe has is that it's too, like, it just takes too much time to do everything that you would want to do. Similarly with Dragonfly Pond. Prize Squash Melon Patch is going to be pretty good for someone. I think I'm going to take Canoe here, which is actually, I think, just what it'll do, getting me Reed for Braid Maker, Basket Maker's Workshop. I think it's going to do some work. All right. Animal Trap is interesting because of Overachiever makes it a bit easier to build the well. Ruins is an interesting option. I think, though, I'm going to take Collar and Chain here, because Collar and Chain plus Dove Hunter is absolutely amazing. So I just want to get 3 sheep, and it's 4 food per harvest. Nice and easy. Okay, looking at this pick, we've got Rotten Plow, Builder's Trowel, Rotterdam Plow. Child's toy dinghy. Dinghy is actually very interesting here with canoe. Um, I think though I'm going to take Rotterdam plow here. Yeah. I'm just going to try to have a nice, really full farm, 4-room stone house, 15 fences, lots of good stuff. Paintbrush. Don't think I need paintbrush. So the question is mountain cave or greenhouse, and I've seen plenty of green combo cards, so I kind of want to block greenhouse. Okay, melon patch. Melon patch seems like a pretty easy pick here with greenhouse and the fact that it can give fields. Honeymoon is an interesting option with Bargain Hunter, especially being able to play it like kind of at the last minute. But Gypsy's Croc is not really that good, so I'll grab investments. I'm not really likely to play any of the other ones. And I start fourth, unfortunately, but that's okay. Oh, Master Cook for Joe. I would kind of like that card with Bargain Hunter. Alright, let's play Occupation Scrounger. Gets me 4 wood immediately. So I can second action play Sawhorse. So I've got, yeah, looking at Sawhorse second action. Yes, definitely. Definitely. Grab 2 read. Go for that first family growth. Don't need to play Bargain Baker or Bargain Hunter. Just want to play Coal Investor, Overachiever. Joe going on the Master Cook. Interesting. Lumin plays Writing Maniac. I'm happy that Joe didn't get that, because Writing Maniac plus Master Cook is an excellent combo. Well, it's a combo. It's a good combo. I don't know if it's excellent. So I'll play Occupation Coal Investor here. It's round 9, right? So I need a good food action. Ideally, I would get for a 4 food action, because I still want to be able to play Overachiever. So looking at if I can get fishing with 3 food after Canoe is out, that would be something. So I played Occupation Coal Investor, I can highlight that. I get to be start player again, which is nice. Oh, Lumin doing start player Corn Sheaf. That's fine. I'm happy to accept Corn Sheaf. And actually, you know what? Now that I'm getting Corn Sheaf, I might play Bargain Hunter. I might. There might be enough miners that I want to play that it'll be worth playing later. We'll have to see how things work out. It'll depend on how many start players I need to do to get my first family growth. I think that'll be a big deciding factor. Lumin going on the Reedstone Food. 4 wood, definitely. Oh, Thatcher grabbing food. I mean, I have a pretty good, like, I can always take 1 sheep and Dove Hunter. That's like the worst case scenario, but it wouldn't be a terrible sequence, honestly. I don't think. But traveling players would be fine. Oh, Lumin does do that. Okay. Well, Joe's got that fireplace. I guess the alternative is I could start player canoe here. If I start player canoe, then what's my next action? Nah, I think this is fine. Oh, I need to pick up corn sheaf as well. Ooh, charcoal burner from Thatcher. Unfortunately comes out after the fireplace. But nice to have, of course. There's some good cards. Gotta remember Harvester, gotta remember Charcoal Burner. Thatcher says, should have played Charcoal round 2, got greedy with Reedstone Food. Joe playing Dragonfly Pond. Joe, Occupation Lady of the Manor. Wow. Wow. There's a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff in this draft. So for me, Lady of the Manor, I'm eyeing pastures, fields, and vegetables. Did Joe just get 6 wood? He did. Holy. Holy, and there's 4 wood available for Lumin as well. Jeez. Joe says, can't you lose my reputation for wood hoarding? Pretty sure Lumin is not going to occupation block me because of Writing Maniac. Occupation Dove Hunter. Thatcher gets 4 wood action, so he's able to build a room. So I'll build a wood room with my next move. So for timing, it would be nice to get collar and chain out before I do my next sheep grab, because the way I'll want to feed now that Dove Hunter is out, I'll want to feed in round 7 with 3 sheep ideally. Build a room and a free stable. Lumin plays Occupation Golden Rose. Oh, excellent. So his Writing Maniac occupations are now free. But it did mean that he had to kind of hurt his early game to make it happen, so it's good. It's good, but he's probably going to grow last, so he'll have to make up from that. So I feed a sheep. So if I don't, you know what? No, I'm okay because Thatcher won't start player because Joe has got his got resources to grow. So I think I'm okay doing this here. Reedstone food gets me a very nice food as well as stone. Stone for collar and chain, or stone for something with overachiever. Or do I just go for 5 clay? I think this is okay. The clay doesn't help me build any minor improvements. And I have Dove Hunter out, so I'm not in much of a rush to play anything with Cooking Hearth. The stone is probably more important than the clay right now, I would say. I guess what I could have done is if I take the 5 clay, then I play overachiever. When I do eventually family growth, I could build the clay oven, play corn sheaf, and then build the clay oven for 3 clay. And that would have been an option. The problem is that that doesn't come until so late. I'm going to be greedy here. I'm not going to start player. The only reason I would need to start player is if Joe is going to start player and build with the same action. I think we're going to see Thatcher build. I would be like really surprised if he doesn't. So I'm going to be greedy and play overachiever here. So I'm kind of giving Thatcher a choice. There's not that much good stuff on the board, so that's why I'm fairly confident he will build a room here. And also if he doesn't, and lets Joe jump ahead of him, then he falls way back in the turn order. So this is nice for me. Oh, that's too bad. Oh well, that happens. Not what I would have done, and I think it will prove to be a mistake, but that's okay. Yeah, because of course Joe start players and builds a room. And then Thatcher grows after me. And anyways. Well, if family growth comes round 6, I can grab the 3 sheep, and that's something, so. Alright, let's go, Joe. Click the next round. I want to see. Joe says, "Don't let me down, Chris," referring to Chris, the site administrator. Oh, okay. Family growth doesn't come till round 7. Joe plays Mountain Cave. Yeah, I think that was a huge blunder from Thatcher, but hey, what do I know? What do I know? Lumin's thinking that he needs to build this round, probably. So if I can take if I take 3 sheep here, one of those sheep runs away. So then I would have 2. So if I eat 1, then I can't breed, of course. But the thing is, I'm not gonna I don't have time to build a place to hold a 3rd unless I play collar and chain. That's the only time where that might happen. So I think 3 sheep are probably fine because it's 8 food. 4 in this harvest, 4 in the round 9 harvest, so. So, looks like I don't grow until round 9. So I'm taking a bunch of food out of the game by letting all these sheep run away. So my second action might be 3 food. Might be fishing or traveling players. Not that my opponents really need that much food, but I will need it to play more occupations. Ground pickaxe plow for Thatcher. So if I sow on melon patch, by round 9 I can get 2 fields out of it, but I don't really need 2 fields. 1 field is probably enough. Alright, let's go, guys. Come on. Oh, what? What? Thatcher renovated? What? I wonder what I saw or didn't see. So do I want to do, I could build pottery would be an option. So I could take 4 clay here and then try to overachieve pottery. You know what, let's take 4 clay here. I can take fishing next round. My second action I think won't be that strong. So 4 food, fishing or traveling players should be... Actually, you know what? There's going to be lots of stuff. 3 stone, 4 wood, 3 wood, 6 wood, 3 reed, and 2 4 food actions. It's going to be lots of good stuff. So I'm actually happy. I mean, not that I'm happy with how things worked out, but I think it has worked out okay. So it looks like Thatcher took fishing. Okay. Where is Lumin's occupation? Oh, there it is. I just can't see it in the chat. Constable! So it does come out. For 3 wood. And wooden path for Joe. So if Lumin Pat takes 6 wood, okay, he doesn't. Okay, so 6 wood comes to me. Good, that works. I was gonna say if Lumin doesn't, he takes 6 wood over start player, I start player collar and chain, and then hope to get traveling players back. Because if I did that, then I would have been able to breed my sheep and then feed with the 4 food traveling players. So 3 stone would be excellent for my overachiever, not to mention my collar and chain. So I think I'd probably take that over traveling players. And you know what, Lumin didn't give me the choice, so that works totally fine. Yeah. So I know I'm going to overachieve in round 9. So therefore I can build the pottery or the basket maker's workshop, something that gives me food instantly. Thatcher plays Journeyman. So okay, I guess it's something. I don't really see it. I don't see that it'll be worth it. Passing on growing, unless he's got something I'm unaware of, but I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case. I think he's just decided late family growth, I'll pass on growing altogether. Clay support's here for Lumin. Wow. Well, I don't have to start player here, which is a beautiful position to be in. So I'm going to take 4 reed. because 4 read denies Joe and Lumin from taking and building. So I have to say, I think this is working out okay. I've gotten good resource grabs. My overachiever is going to power me to a couple nice major improvements, which will help me feed. I think I'm doing just fine. I am passing 4 wood, which is unfortunate, but 4 reed is going to be that basket maker's workshop for a nice amount of food. So if I can build pottery and the basket maker's workshop, that will be good. Well, I'd be happy building the well, of course. Ovens, I don't really want the ovens. I'd rather use play corn sheaf and keep the corn, but we will see. I'm also gonna have like 3 really quick major improvement actions in a row. 2 from Overachiever and 1 from the Major Minor on Reno. Because after I grow, round 10 is going to look something like Remodeler, Reno, Family Growth. So that might be like 2 major improvement actions in 1 round even. So I want to save as much stone as I can from Overachiever. Joe is 3 actions away from being able to grow ahead of me. He has to take wood, he has to take reed, he has to build, and even then, he doesn't have action priority over me. So I can do almost anything. Reedstone food. That blocks him getting that second reed no matter what. So my first priority is the constable bonus. Oh, thatcher. Oh no, he's renovating. Okay, never mind. I was gonna complain. No, I'm sorry. He's renovating, not start player. So my first priority is constable, of course. Second priority is scrounger, because that's going to be way easier to get. Third priority, lady of the manor. Fourth priority is harvester, in that order. Harvester is going to by far be the hardest for me. I think it's going to be hard for all of us, because I didn't see that many plows. And it's a late family growth game. So I think I'm just going to try to play a real solid game, no minus points. Get the constable bonus. What does Lumin do here? Oh, Lumin leaves the wood, of course, because he's hoping for 6 wood to come back. Builds the clay oven. Okay, that's fine. Bakes 1, yeah. Makes sense. So my 2 actions next round maybe take wood and then family growth, or occupation and family growth. One of those 2. So wood's gone. So I don't need 3 wood is not that exciting for me, especially with sawhorse. So that's occupation remodeler. Second action will be reno, or second action will be family growth, of course. Yeah, wood is not that exciting for me because I have 11 wood in my supply already. So what's the first improvement I will play? Greenhouse maybe? 1, 2, 3, 4 gets me a reed, or it gets me a vegetable, sorry. I like the idea of collar and chain, but I'm going to have time to play collar and chain in round 10 or round 11. Canoe is an interesting option because it'll get me reed, but I'm not going to need reed for a while. And if I build Basket Maker's Workshop and pottery, then I can do up to 9 or potentially 11 food per harvest, and then I don't need anything else. I don't need cooking hearth or whatever. One, two, three, 4, and then I'll play pottery because no one else is in a position to build the Basket Maker's Workshop, and I need a use for this clay. And I will save a stone. And up with +1 food. So my round 10 looks like it will be reno, family growth, and 1 other action. So that's a good spot to be in. Shepherd boy, 1 sheep per round for the oh, okay. I guess he's going for lots of animals, but he's not going to have enough actions to get all the bonus points he needs to win. Joe has put a lot of food into the game as well. I wonder if Joe will build the well with one of these next 2 actions. He does need a bit more food, right? He needs 2 food. Oh, interesting. Lumin plays guest room. I think that's the latest I've ever seen it played. Interesting. Okay. So he's doing this on star player, I guess, or major minor, doesn't really make a difference. Thatcher saying he needed scholar. Probably shouldn't do this without scholar because you just don't have a way to win otherwise. Yeah. And Lumin's playing guest room for only 3. Oh man, that's actually pretty brutal. You're playing 4 wood, a reed, and 3 food for 3 actions. Ooh, that's not very good. I guess he wanted to get it out earlier rather than later, so that he could get the extra actions in round 10. But I'm not sure that that was a good move. Joe builds the well. I figured he would. And he grabbed a boar. Okay, to feed. Makes sense. Lumin's going to first move 6 wood. I don't have to reno with my first move, so I can do something else. I could play Braidmaker. It saves me some moves. I could take 5 clay. What major improvement am I going to play? I've got 2 major improvements in a row to play. I can build a stone oven. Stone oven is fine. It's points. Yeah, okay. Let's play Braidmaker. Reno is safe. Yeah, that's fine, I think. Thatcher plays Occupation Champion Breeder. Okay, so you see a bit more now. Okay, so this is better. Yes. Okay. So he's going to get 1 bonus point here and then 2 and 2. So he's getting 5 bonus points from this play. So that's something. That's definitely something. But it's not going to be enough to win against the person who has their whole game come together, I don't think. It's not going to be enough to beat whoever gets the Lady of the Manor bonus is the big thing. Whoever gets Constable plus Lady of the Manor probably wins. That's my breakdown. Also, Lumin getting 2 beautiful actions so far. Very nice for him. Oh, let's do that. Clay, 3, 4, 1, and then also stone oven. Problem is then I don't have any clay. I think this is still okay. Basket Maker's Workshop is safe. Let's get points. I want points. So then when I have family growth, I will play Collar and Chain and Basket Maker's Workshop. And the Basket Maker's Workshop only cost me 1 read because of the Braid Maker and also the Overachiever. Yeah, and the nice thing about Collar and Chain is it gives me a position to take these 2 cattle or the 3 sheep, both of which would be good. Oh, Animal Trap for Joe. Okay. Yeah, it makes sense for sure that he went for that. Very nice. Cattle, green cattle. Play Collar and Chain, and then play Basket Maker's Workshop, which only cost me 1 read. Looks good. So I need a wood action, ideally a 3 wood action, because 3 wood would let me play Rotterdam Plow as well as Fence 15. So yeah, so if I can pull it off that I get the 5 fields across the top and the 15 fences, I think I win. Because that'll mean that I almost certainly get the Lady of the Manor bonus. So Joe's thinking. So yeah, so I'm pretty happy with how this is played out. Getting that family growth, like getting to family growth with no start player action is always a nice position to be in. I have 5 food right now on my farm. I need 8 overall, of course. 5 food coming from the basket maker. If I take sheep, that's probably a pretty good first move for me to take 3 sheep. I probably don't want to take clay until clay has accumulated a little bit more, so I won't convert for my pottery this round. But Lumin got so much food out of that zipper maker, it's pretty funny. Joe goes on Master Cook because he says, I'll get whatever I want back. That's funny. Lumin has, oh, excellent. Okay, that's really good for Lumin. Really, really, that's really important for him. And he takes the reed. Interesting. Okay. Wow, and Thatcher's gonna get cattle to breed. Pretty cool. 3 sheep. So Thatcher gets his champion breeder going. That's pretty cool. Good for him. Good position. So yeah, that changes my opinion somewhat. So Joe probably takes 2 cattle. Oh, maybe not. He does the 4 wood. Okay, that's fine. I'm happy with 3 wood with my second action. I guess plow would be quite good for me too. Yeah, because Thatcher's not going to take wood. Joe will take wood, but Lumin might not take any more wood. That's a hard one to guess, actually. Hard to know exactly what they will do. My feeding is set though, and I have 3 actions, so I'm pretty happy with my position right now. I'm in a good spot to take start player because the rest of the guys I think are kind of a little stuck actually. Lumin playing joinery, yeah. Good. So I'll plow. Perfect spot for my Rotterdam plow. Thatcher. Pretty sure Thatcher takes the 2 cattle, but he might start player, that's possible. Chief's grandson, okay. Alright, here's some more points, yeah. This is a 3-point action here. Joe takes wood. Lumin, what's Lumin doing here? Is he building? Is he taking wood? The fact that that cattle is still available is kind of ridiculous. It's super ridiculous. I take 3 wood. And then my next move is either start player or it's fences. Both of which are fine actions for me. Joe took the cattle. Totally fine. I'm totally fine with that. Means I play play minor improvement with start player Rotterdam plow. I feed 2 reed and a sheep. So I get net +1 food. So there's nothing I particularly need with my first action, so I should be Rotterdam plowing as much as I can. Boom. Beautiful. So I will start player absolutely with my second action if it comes back to me. Family growth round 13 would be really nice. It would let me play melon patch and corn sheaf, and once I do that I could sow with a later action, and that would get me my 5th field. Would also mean that I could plow sow round 14. It would just be like pretty solid overall. The only thing is only having 10 wood makes my scrounger, getting my scrounger points a little more awkward. So I need to buy that vegetable, I have to remember that. What do we got going on here, guys? Come on. Game's been pretty slow. Yeah, I've been the fastest player by 10 seconds over Lumin, the slowest. But I mean, the times are not bad. Thatcher being a little slow. I mean, he's on a two-person stone house, so all things considered, he's not taking any more time than the rest of us. Just that he has fewer actions. But all right. Okay, Lumin took stone. He's eyeing up getting to a stone house. Fine, I don't really care. Start player and corn sheaf. So I'm looking at one of my actions being 6 clay in round 13, which would be a point and 4 food. There's lots of good food actions actually available, which is kind of nice. Thatcher went on take 1 grain after I passed him corn sheaf. The life of a two-person stonehouse player. All right, Joe did his fencing. That's fine. I'll fence next round, no problem. Okay, what do I do here? I could play melon here and then I wouldn't do family growth. Yeah, okay, I could do that. I don't need family growth so much at this point. So plow sow, first move next round gets me to my fifth field. What am I doing here? Is this my clay move? This could be my clay move. Nah, I don't want this to be my clay move. I want to do something better. When does investments activate? 5 or more. Yes, I'm not getting to 5 clay, or else I would consider that, absolutely. 2 wood. Canoe and also a point. Also helps me towards my scrounger. Oh, Lumin's adopting because of... Oh, that's right. He's doing thingy. Or he's doing... he's growing and then adopting, right? Oh, and then he gets to take all the stuff off fishing. Oh, that's really good. Really nice. Let's buy that. So onto melon patch. So that should be enough to get me the Lady of the Manor bonus. So now if I get the Constable bonus from here, I've got this game won. But that's not a guarantee. I need to fence and take either boar or cattle, and one of them might be gone, maybe both of them. Thatcher, start player liquid manure. Yeah. Yep. But he doesn't have enough to get to the final field. How are you going to get that last field? Joe says I keep getting owned by my child's toy. Thatcher says I really want a family growth without room, but I have the feeling Joe would auto SP if I did that. Yeah, Harvester's in the game. Oh, but wow, Thatcher is... Oh, this is hard. This is hard. Oh, I don't have any room. Lumin fencing there is really bad for me. I have to do this. Oh, that feels really bad. That feels really bad, doing that. And I might not have room to do any breeding, so I probably have to dove my cattle. And then try to get one sheep, one boar. So yeah, Thatcher of course gonna plow here. What's he thinking about? There's nothing to think about. So he's gonna have one. He should only have two, it looks like, for Lady of the Manor. Only fields and cattle. He's not getting crops, it doesn't look like. He doesn't get pastures. So if I still have a chance to get to three things. What? Thatcher is not. What? What is he doing? Not plowing? That doesn't make any sense. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Should I grab my clay here? I could take the boar as well. No, I'll leave the boar for next round. Take the clay. The thing is, there's no way Thatcher can build stables in round 14 and then get up to the number of animals that he needs. Like, that's just not doable. Oh well. I will read Stone Food with this last action, I think. Gets me the Scrounger bonus. Do this one, I think. So I feed a reed, a clay, and dove a cattle. So that's 11 food overall, which is 3 more than I need. So the nice thing is my fencing is totally safe right now, that fence action, because Joe and Thatcher both have maxed fences. So it looks like Lumin's getting the harvester bonus. So yeah, Lumin's in a totally dominant position here. Yeah. Nicely set up by him. Field watchman. Yeah, field watchman letting you be greedy and not have to worry about getting in trouble. Oh, he played ruins. Okay. Interesting. That's where all his stone went. One, two, three, four, and he's won. Yeah, so Lumin's won this game. There's no way. Actually, well, he doesn't have the constable bonus yet. Okay, so if he's screwed on animals, then we're fine. But I think if he takes 3 boar here, then I lose. Then I can't beat him. And Joe, don't think Joe's beating him. Joe just doesn't have enough on his farm. So yeah, if Lumin takes 3 boar here, he wins. I think that locks it up for him. If I take 3 boar, I have a chance. Thatcher. Okay. Oh man. Like, why did he not just plow one field? I don't see the second stable. Where's the second stable? Silly. Alright, so my fence action is totally safe. So I should take 4 stones so that I can reno fence, because that's a 4-point move. Yep, just as long as I can feed otherwise, looks solid. I could sow for 2 points. Thatcher scores 46. Like, okay, good job. You got 46. That's never enough to win. With this many bonus points available, never going to be enough to win. Yeah, because the only lady in waiting's two categories total. Joe thinking here. So he's got the scrounger bonus lined up. Lumin needs a read move to grab the scrounger bonus. So he'll probably block my 3 read. But if he doesn't, I'll take 3 read myself, I think. I only need to feed 8. So I only need to eat 1 building resource right now, because I can eat 2 raw grain without losing any points. Lumin plays, oh, GG. Yeah, Lumin wins. 3 read. I can't eat a read. It's worth points. I can't do the math. I'm having trouble with the math here. I guess it doesn't really matter, so I can just do whatever. That's a fair point. Let's block points for Joe then. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bake 1. So that's 1 point. That's a neutral move. It just gets me food. I don't have to eat anything. No, that's not a neutral move. I should have just taken read. What am I thinking? Oh well. So fence 15. One point from that, and feed 8. All right. Yeah, I kind of screwed up the end there. That bake was not a good move, but it doesn't really matter. I wasn't beating Lumin either way. So I have whatever I score plus 8, so it's probably like a 48 or a 49. Wow, I score 53. Jeez, even better than I thought, but nowhere near enough. Yeah, Lumin wins Lady of the Manor handedly. Yeah, like Thatcher, just what he did is no, you can't win doing that. You can't win with this play. So yeah, it screwed me up really badly. And Joe ends up second last. I'm pretty sure. Actually, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess he has 10 bonus points, so he probably he beats me actually. Okay, yeah, Joe does beat me. He scores like 51. Oh no, he doesn't beat me. He scores 51. Yeah, he loses to me. Joe scores 51. Yep. Yeah, that really sucks. Thatcher not playing the game really destroyed me. Yeah, because I would have. Joe says, I forgot why I didn't just take Field Warden. Well, we'll look at the drafts here. But yeah, I have a quite strong farm. 53 points, but not enough to beat Lumin. No, because he got Lady of the Manor bonus on his own. And one more family member than me. That's pretty much the difference. Oh well, that happens. I got disrupted a fair bit this game. I had a lot that went well for me, but also like got disrupted a lot too. So 3, 2, 4, 8, 6, 4. So Scrounger, best card by power, except for Journeyman. They're all really close. Coal Investor, easy pick. Remodeler. Champion Breeder is actually ranked a little higher. But with Scrounger and Coal Investor, Remodeler's like a pretty easy pick for me. Overachiever, easy pick. Bargain Hunter over Journeyman. If I had taken Journeyman, maybe Thatcher plays normally. I like Bargain Hunter. I think he's like pretty underrated. Braid Maker, Basket Maker. These two cards are really similar. Dove Hunter, yeah. So I took Sawhorse over Quarry, which didn't get played. Plum Patch didn't get played. This is a funny game. A lot of good cards that didn't get played. So I took Canoe here over Dragonfly Pond, and Melon Patch came back. So I probably made the right picks, but in the backwards order. Yeah. Collar and Chain, easy pick. So I took Rotterdam's Plow here over Child's Toy. Knowing what I know about the occupations, I think that makes a lot of sense. Same with Greenhouse and Melon Patch. Yeah, like I'm fine with my draft. I had a lot of stuff that went well, but so Joe takes Zoo Director here, which is 4.4, which is good. That's good. Okay, so here, I would say this is the mistake here. If I see Field Warden and Lady of the Manor, I'm taking Field Warden every time. I'm letting my opponent play Lady of the Manor and then using Field Warden to get the bonuses from them. Unless Joe thought Zoo Director and Field Warden were too antithetical. Third occupation, he takes Veggie Lover after just passing Field Warden. I probably, yeah, I understand why you don't want to pass Veggie Lover to the Field Warden, but I mean, I'm looking at Zoo Director and Journeyman and saying there's something there. Master Cook, sure. Harvester over Constable. I mean, he has Veggie Lover. Yeah, I think Joe's first pick just like screwed him. It just screwed up his whole everything he wanted to do. Because he did Veggie Lover with no crop support at all. Joe had Quarry. It's funny that Quarry went unplayed. Yeah, I bet if we look at the average draft strength of Lumin's draft, I bet he had the highest. Although I had really good cards too. I had a lot of really good cards with my late picks, but Master Huntsman, Writing Maniac, Field Warden. Yeah, Field Warden just, after having passed Constable, Field Warden is oof, really good. This Zipper Maker pick is interesting. With Field Warden, though, you're not necessarily wanting to take Journeyman. Adoptive Parents, sure. So then he gets Constable back, and he takes Bone Collector. First pick, Guest Room. Okay, Guest Room with Master Huntsman. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Get a cooking hearth early, get a ton of food. Golden Rose having Writing Maniac. Clay Supports is interesting here. I guess Clay Supports, you're thinking my first room will be Guest Room, and then my rest of my family members will come from Clay Supports, most likely. Yeah, Plum Patch, really good. I'm surprised no one took Melon Patch. I think Melon Patch is really nice. Yep, nice game by Lumin. I really think... okay, so the reason that I think Thatcher's play was really bad is because he did not build and grow, and you can't win unless you build and grow. Like, he scored 46, which is good, but when all your opponents score above 50, that means you've probably made a mistake somewhere. Because we gain from the fact that he's not competing with us for family growth and for all those actions on the table. We gain from that. And actually, it ended up being... It's hard to say how my game would have gone if Stage 2 had gone differently. Like, when I pass on start player to let Thatcher build in round 5, and he doesn't, like, for sure that was... Well, it's hard to say if that was bad for Joe or bad for me. Like, Joe certainly... The fact that family growth didn't come to round 7 was a little worse for Joe. But what was it like for me is hard to say, because I had a lot of improvements that I wouldn't have minded playing earlier. Like Melon Patch, like Large Greenhouse, or Greenhouse. Yeah, it's hard to say. And then the other factor, of course, is that the fact that I did get to family growth the way I did so easily, like, that's huge for me. And then Lumin does it after me, which is good for Lumin. Like, yeah. I had to family growth without doing a single start player action twice in a row as well. I mean, I did start players, but not for the purpose of getting family growth. Which was nice with Overachiever. Yeah. Anyways, that is all for me. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this little video. Congrats to Lumin. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.